Hello.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday. Surprise.
Surprise, we're here on Tuesday.
We're going to be here today. We're going to be here tomorrow because y'all know what time it is. If you get our emails, you've already seen it is the end of our Christmas in July sale.
Christmas in July.
Yes. So we've been like totally amped up. We have so many new members. We have like, I don't know if it's like record-breaking number of members this summer, but like we've got a lot of new people, which is really exciting for us because the more the merrier, right?
Yes. So we're trying to get everybody excited for their membership, amped up for, which I know it's still a while for Christmas. Like we're still enjoying summer.
Yes.
But if you are a crafter, you know that getting prepared for Christmas, because Christmas is the biggest time of year for crafts and things that, selling crafts, making crafts for others, making gifts, things like that. So we're super, super excited about that. Excited to see all of the new faces within our membership. Yay. Excited to walk with you all hand in hand in getting your Cricut out and learning and exploring and doing new things.
Yeah, so we're going to be actually making some cardstock Christmas ornaments today. They're like 3D Christmas ornaments. We have done these on the channel. I want to say it was like 3 years ago. Tanner filmed a video with them. These are like just a little bit of a little extra. We added some glitter because it's Christmas. I mean, it's not Christmas, but you know what I'm saying. So we added glitter and y'all are going to love it. It's so fun. These are super easy and you can make lots of them. You can sell them or you could decorate your tree with them. So super, super fun stuff. But before we do the craft, we wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't been here for the last few weeks,
yes,
this special that we're running right now. So this is like our lowest price that we ever offer, okay? And it's only here for today and tomorrow. Yep. We've been doing it. We had limited spots. We still have limited spots, but after tomorrow, the sale is over. So we're doing a $75 off of our yearly membership, which is huge. I think this time last year, we only had like a $40 off sale. So this is almost double that. And once you're in, you're grandfathered in at that price, which I think is amazing.
That to me is a huge like green flag, ready to go. Like that way that your membership never changes no matter what.
Right.
So your membership price is going to stay the same. That's what our grandfathered in means. So jumping in today, while we do have this $70 off, is the way to go. No doubt about it.
I see you all making the 3D cards. Cheryl says, Alicia, I made the 3D cards. I see them. I see all y'all five-legged reindeers out there. We fixed the file, okay? We fixed the file, but the cards are beautiful. If you're a member and you have not been in the Facebook group since last week's live, go check it out. We made 3D stacked cards in the live stream last week, and everyone has been making them. We're doing a giveaway tomorrow.
Oh, it is tomorrow.
Yes, before 11 tomorrow. So you still have time to enter. If you go and make that card, post a photo in the Facebook group. We're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. Someone is ringing in here. It's Courtney.
Courtney.
Fired. So anyways, if you are in the membership and you missed that, go back and watch that tutorial after this one. It's Christmassy, but it could be adapted to like other stuff.
Oh, for sure.
So new files on the website just for that project, which is really fun. But yeah, we're pretty excited. We still have our sale. Is our sale on sublimation still going?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, I was about to say.
And we actually had a friend say that they'd already been a member but signed up for the sublimation course last week. Y'all, we still have the $70 off for the sublimation course. If you are curious about sublimation, or maybe you don't really know 100% what sublimation is, come back, join us on Thursday. I'm going to be hosting a short little video where I'm going to walk you through the 5 steps to sublimation success. We're going to go through, we're going to crush a bunch of myths. We're going to really become empowered and know what sublimation is and know where to start. And I've got a free little thing that I've put together, a list that if you are joining us live, you will get access to, where I have put together links for all of our favorite places to find the best sublimation supplies that our favorite sublimation supplies that we have found. So definitely come back. We do have a sale right now. It is $70 off, it's like a $127. And if you could jump in on the price today at this moment, you get that, plus you get all of the future updates for no extra charge, because we are going to be doing updates very soon. We're going to be adding new files. And back when Tanner, when we created this course at the very beginning, Tanner said, we're sticking at
more.
200 files,
Right.
no more. We're not adding anything else. Since then, we have done an update. We've added new files, and then we're going to be adding a second update and making sure that this course has over 500 sublimation ready files here in the coming months. And with that, there will be a price increase, but you all can jump in on the sublimation course and get those updates for free now with the $70 off, no code needed, $127. You can break that up into 2 payments. You don't have to pay it all at one time. And even if you're not sublimating right now, but you think or you know that you want to start sublimating in the future, I highly suggest getting it now. That way you can learn all the things before you get it, so that once your stuff comes in, you're ready to hit the ground running.
Early Christmas presents.
Yes.
It is Christmas in July, I'm just saying. So that's really exciting. The new files are very exciting. They're going to be, a lot of those new files resemble the ones that we used in the live stream last week. Like the quality of those, it's just different. They're more vibrant and colorful because they are sublimation images. So we wanted to bring you all something that's a little bit more spicy.
Yes.
So anyways, if y'all have questions, you always leave them in the chat. Lauren will be answering them throughout the live, but I think we should probably go ahead and get started.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, I'm going to show you all what we're making. I'm really excited about these. I love the simplicity of them. And I want to also preface this by saying that Tanner, the video, if you all have ever watched this from a few years ago, he used scrapbook paper, which you can totally use, but we're going to be using just plain old cardstock today. So you can pretty much make this today. If you have crafting cardstock on hand, y'all could literally cut this on your machine today. You're going to need some hot glue. You don't need the glitter, but the glitter is the razzle dazzle on top of everything. So let's go up close. I'm going to show you all what these look like. So the lights in here really show this off. But y'all, look how pretty this is. This is cardstock. Like, are you kidding me? And so sparkly. And then we have one like this. I did 2 just so you all can kind of have a couple to reference. And we're going to be making one. If y'all watched our 4 techniques on applying, what was it? 4 techniques on Christmas ornament, glitter Christmas ornaments. We did like a maroon and kind of like a bluish, tealish color. And that's our inspo for today. So you're going to need to pick out a cardstock and then just pick out a coordinating shade of glitter. So I have brought in what I'm wanting to do. I brought some extra. I brought some navy and an extra of this maroon. We're going to be cutting our design out of the maroon. So this is just a standard, I would say 60 pound.
65 probably.
65 pound. I don't know. You got to jiggle it to know, you know. That's how I know. I see people all the time. They're like, how do you know what the weight is? And I'm like, I don't know. Jiggle it. Listen to it. Because you can really, listening to it can help you know like the weight of it. But when you feel it, this to me is a medium cardstock. So I've linked the Ashley Falco Celebration Warehouse for you all. I just linked her entire basic cardstock page for you. That way you can actually go in and pick whatever colors that you want. All of her stuff I cut on, all of her basic cardstocks I cut on medium cardstock cut settings. So that way you all can kind of know how to gauge it. And then I brought in some Starcraft glitter. This one is called Arg Matey. All of their glitters are named after like sea creatures or ocean themed things. So this is like a pirate glitter. We're going to put this on the tips of this. Do y'all not think that's going to be gorgeous?
I do.
I'm obsessed. I like these like jewel tones. I'm kind of feeling jewel tones for Christmas. I don't know.
And this is a great way. I really feel like this is a great and inexpensive way to add in different colors. Like if you're the type of person who likes to change up your colors for Christmas every year, but you don't want to buy completely new decorations, having your base like nice ornaments that are very neutral color and adding in a new color with these paper ornaments every year would be phenomenal.
Like these could be your splash of color.
Yes.
I love that. That's a good idea. So I've got my cardstock and my glitter. Obviously, you're gonna be needing a Cricut machine. I've got some paper plates. I've got one for glitter, one for glue. You're gonna need some Elmer's school glue. This is my duster brush. I've been calling it my duster brush. And you know what? My little baby paintbrush has disappeared. I said that earlier and I never found it.
Do you need me to go find one?
Yeah, just like a small.
Okay.
We just want like a small little paintbrush, something that we can do the edges of our ornaments with. And then you can use a bone folder or a spatula for the creasing part. I've got our Lynn Lily hot glue gun here. This is our cordless hot glue gun. It just detaches. We love these. I've got extra glue sticks here. And then that is pretty much it in terms of like your ingredients. So what we're gonna need to do now is just go on to the website. So we have a couple different options. So we have the 2 that I just showed you, and then we have 2 more. And honestly, y'all, we might even have some more. I'll tell you in just a second. So let me pull up our website.
Is this 2, baby?
I think I can use that. No, I think.
I was just trying to find one really quick.
No, I think this will be fine. That will work. Okay, let's go to makersgonnalearn.com. And then we're gonna go to just our cut file. So this is the website. If you've never seen our website, this is what it looks like logged in if you're a member. I'm gonna go to our cut files and you can see we've got pages and pages of cut files, but I need a 3D ornament. So I'm just gonna type in 3D ornament and then it is gonna pop up a plethora of 3D projects. But these right here, these paper ornaments, this is what we're working with today. So these are the 2 that I did previously. And then we have these, and I actually really like this one. Let's do that one today. You can use either one of those. I've linked this one below for you all because that's the ones that we already made. But it's gonna be the same process for all of these. So I'm gonna download that. It'll pop into a zip folder. We're gonna double click the zip folder, open it in our folders, and we need the SVG. So I'm gonna keep this box open, go down to Cricut Design Space. We're gonna go to new. Let me save this project really fast. We're gonna call that Roman, okay? Save it, save it, save it. And then go to upload, upload image, and then you can just pull this to the side if you want. What I like to do is hit Command Tab and it'll pop me over to my Finder and I can just click and drag that SVG in there, okay? Now, if you're like, I've never used a Cricut, I don't know what you're doing. If you become a member, we go over all of these steps in slow-mo through our 30 days to master your Cricut. So you're gonna be able to go through all the basics of using Design Space over there, which is super, super helpful. That's like probably our most valuable resource in the membership if I had to pick one. But so anyways, I've got the image in here. Now, we've uploaded our image, we've pulled it in. Now, a lot of times, if you've never worked with 3D files, the score lines come in as cut lines. And so what I mean by that is where we want our paper to fold is often a cut line whenever we pull the image in. And that's just because that's how the files have to be set up whenever they're designed. And so what we have to do is, first of all, ungroup our ornament. So I'm gonna go ahead, hit this little ungroup button up here. And you can see now I've got 4 layers. So if I click and drag and select this little ornament right here, you can see the ornament and the line are on 2 separate layers, but they're both set to cut. Now, if I didn't do anything, it's gonna cut a line down through the middle here. But what we wanna do is click on just the line and change the operation from basic cut to score, okay? Now, that's all fine and dandy, but we need to make sure to attach that line to our ornament. So I'm gonna click and drag, select it all, and then I'm gonna hit attach down here at the bottom. Everybody catch that? I'm gonna do it one more time with the other one. That way you all can see me do it twice. So right now you can see the line is separate from our little bell ornament. I'm gonna change the color of this so you all can see it better. Okay. So the line separate from the ornament. If you, for some reason, bump your line off of the center, select them both. You can align to center. And then I like to select my line in the layers panel and then come over to operations. You can see it set to basic cut. We want to select score. And when it goes to this dashed line, that's how you know for sure it's going to be scoring. And then we need to select both the bell and the line, and we're going to attach those. Okay. Beautiful. Now, these right now, they're about 4 by 6. That one's 4 by 6. This one's like 4.5 by 6 1/4. I'm going to make these about 5.5 each. I'm actually just going to be cutting this one, so I'm going to go ahead and hide our bell. I just want to cut this one today. I'm going to make this about 5.5. This will allow me to fit 8 of these cutouts onto my mat. So I made this about 5.5 inches tall, okay? And then we're gonna go to make it. Now, like I just said, I wanna have 8 of these. It only looks like I have 1. So what you can do, this is something you can do on the canvas, but I like to come over here to my project copies, and I'm just gonna bump this up to 8 and hit apply. And now with the size proportions of, or with the size of this image, you can see it puts it onto 2 mats. And I don't know that we could get away with getting it on 1 mat. Now we can maneuver these and fit probably, I don't know, 5 on there, I would say. But I really want to fit them all on 1. So let's see here. Let's see if we can shrink it down just a little bit. I'm going to change it just to 5 inches, so it's 1/2 inch smaller. And then we'll go make it. And then you can bump up how many you need, hit apply. And you can see now I've got a little bit more wiggle room. Let's see what we can do. So in order to get these onto the first mat, I'm just going to select one, hit this 3 dots and move object, and then select the new mat and confirm. And then it's going to pop it over onto this side. And you can rotate these if you need to fit. We may be able to fit them, y'all. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Does anybody have questions so far?
Tanya was asking about if it would be possible to cut out, she says like a half section on the top, one on the top and one on the bottom, so they could slide together. If you'll wait, I understand what you're saying, and it's like you want a slit on the top here and on the bottom here so that the slits slide together.
Yes.
And it's, I like the train of thought, like I understand where your train of thought is, but what we're going to be doing, and you'll see here in a minute, we'll be folding on the score line and kind of getting the same effect that you're thinking, but just gluing it together on that center score line.
Right. And when I first did these, I was thinking like that's what I would be doing.
Yes.
I thought I would be cutting it and then sliding it together. And there are probably files out there that do that. But our particular file is made more to do this.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to cut it. You'd have to like move that middle line up a hair and then keep it on cut and attach it. So it's like a different process.
And then it would have to fit together differently when you add more than 2 together. It would have to be like different.
Right.
So this is just a more simplified version, but you are going to have to glue them together.
Right. So I don't want to make this much smaller. I was trying to fit them all onto 1 mat. Now I will say the other 2 that I made, the ones that have this little funky shape and this one, I made these 5.5 inches, and I was able to fit 8 copies on the 1 sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So there you go. If you want to make these ones, you can fit them. This shape just doesn't fit what we're wanting, which is totally fine. We can cut it on 2 pieces of cardstock. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to hit continue. And then one of the supplies that I did not mention was the scoring stylus, which I literally grabbed before we came in here.
There might be one in that bucket.
I grabbed it before I walked in here. Did you see me?
It's over here. You left it on the chair.
Oh, I put it on a chair. Okay, I was like, I'm not crazy, I swear. Thanks. So
pregnancy brain.
Yeah, that's hashtag facts. So let's go over here and I'll show you guys this scoring stylus. So This is the scoring stylus. You can use this in any of the machines that do not take adaptive tools. You could also use the scoring wheel if you wanted to, if you only have the scoring wheel. We just need to score it. So whatever you've got on hand. And then back in Design Space, we are going to be using the medium cardstock cut setting. And I'm going to keep it on default pressure. And you can see right now, it automatically wants me to use the scoring wheel, but I want to use the stylus. So I'm going to go to Edit Tools and just select the scoring stylus. Hit apply. I said stylist. Stylus. You guys know what I mean. And then that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stylus in my machine. So it's going to go into clamp A. Okay, just pop that in. I have a fine point blade in clamp B. And then let me grab my mats. Okay, move all my stuff out of the way. I didn't see if anybody had any more questions. So
no, not right now.
Okay, good. And then I'm just gonna braid this cardstock down. Okay. I love this color, especially with the navy and gold. I feel like this would be so pretty on a Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And then we have other Design Spaces pulled up, and I can tell because my machine is like not noticing that I'm trying to cut something. So I'm gonna X out of these just real quick, like. Okay. Is my mic messing up? Can you all hear me? Testing, testing.
It's on the outside of her shirt.
Oh, it might be under my hair. Can you hear me now? Is it muffled or scratchy? Okay, perfect. I don't know why it's not wanting to connect to my machine. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Cancel the cut and go back in. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's gonna try to connect. We're gonna use medium cardstock, beautiful. Edit my tools. We're gonna use the scoring stylus, apply. I just don't, do we trust it, Lauren?
Yeah, it's my machine.
Okay, I'm making sure.
That's the one from my table that
No,
I
I
use.
trust the machine. I don't know if I trust Design Space. I feel like it has other pages open and it's trying to cut something else. But no, it just moved, so I know that it's gonna be us. Like the screen moved, so I know it's working on ours.
Okay, so we had somebody just say, Shelly said, is there any place to buy blades that might be cheaper? What was that? That's been happening to my stuff.
We knew
clamp.
that.
We knew that. My clamp is not where it needs to be.
That's okay.
My clamp
Where's
is
our
messed
other
up.
machine? Should I hook up? I'll hook up the Explorer.
Yeah.
Lauren's pin poker.
My clamp A
is like not been working.
It's not been working. Like I don't know what it is. But
Mine
anyway,
wasn't working forever.
you better cancel the cut or it's going to cut them out if it's not already started.
It did, but it's okay. Just cut one.
Okay, anyway, back to Shelly's questions. We purchased blades from Amazon.
Yes.
We love the Amazon blades. They're probably linked down below. If not, I feel like we put them a lots of different places, but I don't know.
I didn't put replacement blades in the description.
No, but I thought that they might be in our
Like
favorite
our favorites.
things. If you want the exact link to the one that we use, email customer service hi@makersgonnalearn.com and we will get you that link after the show. I can't drop a link because I am not an admin on our page and I'm just from my personal YouTube commenting as Lauren McCoy, so I can't drop a link for you guys. But if you email us, we can give you the link to the exact ones that we use.
Yes.
And the color of the fine point is the red. So the red is the fine point. If I'm not mistaken, the blue is the deep point, and then the yellow is the I don't know what you'd call it. So like the fine point blade has a 45-degree angle.
Yes.
The deep cut blade has a 65-degree angle, and I'm pretty sure the yellow ones have like a 35-degree angle
Yes.
for like parchment paper and very, very thin material
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the only dilemma that we have now, because it did partially cut up in this top left corner, is that I don't want it to cut there again. So what I'm going to do on this first mat is just move it to my second mat. I'm just going to move it over because I know that I've got a full other 12 by 12 sheet I can cut on. Does that make sense? So we're just going to leave that little hole there because I already started cutting, and then we will select continue, and we are going to be using the Explore 3, which I need to change on my canvas. Thank you, Cricut, for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Explore 3, starting from the top. Make it. Repeat. We're going to get 8 copies. And then I'm just going to move this guy so nothing. And I'm going to actually scooch those over just a little bit. Make sure we don't do anything crazy. And then we've got 4 over here. Beautiful. Select continue. On the Explore 3, we're doing medium cardstock. If you guys don't know this process yet, you want to learn today. Okay, and then it automatically pulls the scoring stylus in. And now we can just load our mat right back in. Okie dokie. Here we go. It happens sometimes, y'all. I didn't realize that was your machine. I wasn't even paying attention that we didn't have the Explore 3 up here.
I forgot that the scoring stylus wasn't working because I have gotten to the point where if I have to score, I just use the scoring wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do love the stylus. I love the stylus. We actually, I
love
know
the
Lauren
stylus
does
the
too.
best.
Right, because you don't have to change it.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll score it first, and then it's going to go and cut it. Now, with the adaptive tools, like we're talking about, you would have to like change the adaptive tool out and then put the blade in after it's scored. So the stylus is helpful in a lot of ways because you can just put it in the other clamp and the fine point blade will cut right away after it scores. So, this cuts so fast. Speaking of fast cutting, have you all seen the new Venture and how fast it cuts? It cuts so fast.
Oh, yeah.
I literally, like, it draws so fast, it blows my mind. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, it's good.
Speaking of that,
what?
I need to actually go through and reorder that.
Yes. Okay, I'm pulling these off. Remember, this is the one that we started to cut that we don't really need. So I'm gonna go with gravity. Just pop these off. You don't wanna just go in here and like pull this off of the mat. Otherwise, it's gonna bend your cardstock. Just kind of peel it away, and then I'm gonna grab this other piece. Go ahead and do these. So y'all, you can see how fast this is to get these cut and scored. If we didn't have the machine issue, like we would already be putting this together, you know? Slide it in. And then in design space, we're gonna do medium cardstock again. And then we will hit go. Okay.
Someone asked, do you use Remember so you don't have to go through the cut setup again? I didn't know.
That's not always been there.
What?
Has it? That Remember material settings? Has this been here?
I don't know.
I don't feel like I've ever seen that.
I'll be real honest, June, I've never used it. I couldn't tell you if it's a new feature.
Yeah, June, is it new? Tell us. I don't know. But honestly though, I probably wouldn't. I've gotten used to the fact that they haven't, because like before it would remember.
Yes.
And then you would mess up and like cut something, and now it prompts you to change it. I feel like if I put it back on Remember, I would be cutting my HTV raw. Like if I was cutting multiple different materials, I'd be like cutting my glitter on regular cardstock and vice versa. So
Carrie says yes, it's always been there.
Oh, okay. Well, what do we know?
Yeah.
I don't know how I've not seen that. That's wild to me actually right now.
Now, if you were having a day where you were just like
Cutting
a lot of cardstock or cutting a lot of HTV, that would be a fantastic tool. But we go back and forth between so many different
mediums.
that I would end up cutting I would end up cutting permanent vinyl on an HTV setting or something, and it would,
Yeah, me too. That's what I fear would happen. Okay, so we've got, these look like little alien boys, or like little alien babies or something. So we have all of our pieces. Now, all we're gonna need to do, that each have a score line, and now y'all are like really far away, and honestly, it's not that easy to see anyways, but there's a score line right down the middle here. What we're gonna do is fold these right along the score line, okay? We want it to be pretty precise. These score lines did not score as well as normal, which is really strange to me. But these ornaments really only work if you have a perfectly symmetrical design, because we're basically going to be gluing it all the way around, and they need to be folded exactly in the center. So you want to make sure that you're lining up those score lines in design space before you cut it and score it. That way everything lines up perfectly. And I'm just going to go through here and do all of these at once. You can see the score line better on the smooth side. And then I'm just making sure that these edges are matching up. And then I'm gonna go through, and you can take a spatula or a bone folder and flatten these out. Now, if you were not doing the glitter on the edges, I would recommend using color core cardstock. When I say color core cardstock, I mean cardstock that is not white on the edges. Can you all see how this is white on the edge? This is not color core. This is also not Ashley Falco brand. This is not Celebration Warehouse cardstock. I just chose this color, but I do recommend using hers because it is color core. And even if you do decide to do the glitter on the edges, color core is just usually better looking, in my opinion, on paper projects especially. It's just more usable. Wouldn't you agree? Mm-hmm. And you can make these actually without the glitter, and you can't tell that it's been cut out of paper, basically.
Right. Now, sometimes I know that the white core is cheaper.
Yes.
Like, and if you plan on cutting something and you don't like the edges, if it's not that big of a deal, then you can save a little bit of money getting the white core. But a lot of times when we cut stuff, we're going to see the edges, and we don't want that white down that edge.
Right. If you don't have a spatula or a bone folder, you can also just use like a burnishing tool to flatten all these out.
Fingernail,
flat surface, anything like that.
old credit card.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Listen, that just gave me a memory. Did you guys, whenever you were little and you rode bikes, did you put credit cards on your tire spokes to make it sound like a motorcycle?
Yeah.
That was the ticket when we were kids. You were not cool if you didn't
on
have
the
a credit
back
card.
and the little beads on the front that would clink
Yes. Every time you... Oh my gosh, do kids still do that? Oh. For the plastic? Oh my gosh. Sadie
Terry said they used a popsicle stick.
Oh, that's aggressive. A popsicle stick? Would it not break?
I don't know.
That's wild. Terry said that?
Uh-huh.
That's so funny. I would love to know what stuff that you all did in the comments. Let me know in the comments, when you were a kid, what was like the cool thing to do in your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Like, what was everybody doing? We were riding Barbie Jeeps and like trying to pop wheelies on the Barbie Jeep. We would like see how many people we could fit on a Barbie Jeep. That was a thing we did.
Well, see, I don't know that I really grew up in a neighborhood. There was like eventually, like later on, there were other houses that got built around us. But like growing up, me and my sisters were go-karts and four-wheelers all day, every day.
Oh my gosh. We like to do that too. But we would go, we didn't do that in our neighborhood. Now, we had a dune buggy for a while at our house, but we had cousins who had property, and we would go ride on their property and do stuff like that. And that was fun. I loved it. Trey's already trying to get Ruby a motorcycle. I'm like, you're a psycho. I will never buy my kid a motorcycle. I'm just not gonna do
Terry
it.
said a popsicle stick for burnishing.
Oh,
I'm a doofus.
our brains are not at full capacity today,
Yeah.
can you tell? Okay, I have had my hot glue gun on. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't realize I had it on, but that's great because I wanted it to be warmed up. So now what we're gonna do is assemble all of our little pieces. This is giving me radish.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Literally looks like a radish.
The color and everything.
It's fine. It's still really pretty. Okay, so you're just gonna start with 2 pieces and I'm gonna put glue on one. Now, don't forget, hot glue dries very quickly, unfortunately, but this is like the best way to keep it all together. Is this my hot glue gun that's not been working? Please say no. Okay. I swear we have working tools here, you all. It's really, we really do. Was she? I don't know.
Do you want me to go grab the other one? Has it been turned on?
This Surebonder works great. I'll plug her in.
Okay.
I don't know if that one's just tired. Courtney's been in here filming all day. Oop. Okay. Turn her on and she will warm up pretty quickly. So we're just gonna glue. We're gonna start by gluing 2 together and then we're gonna glue them all the way around. And this is gonna create that fan effect. And then all we have to do after that is add our glitter. So Terry says this looks like a purple onion. Also a great.
Also correct.
Yes, you are also correct.
That is also.
Hopefully when we add the glitter, it like looks like a Christmas ornament. I didn't even think about that, man.
It's okay.
It's all good.
I'm seeing more purple onion now instead of radish.
I know, that is so funny. This is our little onion ornament. A little
We
onion
have
baby.
to keep it forever now.
I thought it was an alien at first, so we have transformed. I've got extra glue sticks too, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. He's fitting here, right? Yeah, okay. Okay.
So-
Any questions? Are we open for Q&A for like a minute and then let this heat up for a second?
Open Q&A.
Open Q&A. It can be about membership. It can be about this project.
It can be about whatever. Anything.
Raise your hand if you made a 3D stacked ornament from last week's live stream. Raise your hand in the comments.
Alice said it looks like a beet.
Or a beet, yeah.
Radish beet. Now I'm seeing it as beet.
Are you going to do the same Christmas theme this year that y'all did last year?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what?
I'm about to wash my hands of Christmas.
You can't.
Not
Okay.
not of Christmas.
Of decorating for Christmas. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
But listen, I had this idea to my husband the other day, and I said, what would you feel about if there was like, kind of like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but it was like Sisterhood of the Traveling Seasonal Home Decor. So like, because for me, which I'm a black and white Halloween girly, but like Christmas I want to change every year. And I'm like, I need a group of other women who also like to change every year. And it's like a Christmas decoration swap.
So like you just keep your Christmas decorations in boxes and you just swap the boxes every year.
Swap them around.
That's an insane idea. I love it.
So like because I loved what you did last year.
So like we could swap.
And then like Courtney could give you her green that she did last year.
Uh-huh.
And then what did I do? I didn't do anything memorable last year. I was having a baby. I was having a little toddler. So anyways, but I was just thinking it would be so cool to do that because then like you don't have to go buy a bunch of new decorations.
Right.
And we're like saving the planet
Right.
also.
I like it.
Peace.
So we did have a couple questions. Terry asked, when is Georgia due?
October 12th. We are now in the 3rd trimester. I'm 29 weeks now.
Exciting.
Yes, it's getting real.
Kathy asks, are we going to be live again tomorrow?
Yes.
Ma'am. We are doing another Christmas craft tomorrow.
Yeah.
Christmas in July.
Okay, I'm hot gluing these together, y'all.
And tomorrow is Kathy's birthday. Well, happy early birthday. We'll also wish you happy birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be here. We see you, girl. Okay, I'm just gonna, and you wanna really line these up as good as you can. when you're using that hot glue, just be ready because it dries so fast and you want to make sure everything's lined up. So look, we've got 2 glued together, and then I'm just going to kind of flatten it down, line up the next one, and I'm going to apply my glue. Come on, there we go. Okay, it doesn't need to be super thick or anything like that. Line it up. And while it's not hardened, you can still kind of scooch it around a little bit.
Megan asked, is Ruby getting excited, or is she still a bit young to understand?
I don't know if excited is the word. She says, I say, who's in Mommy's belly? And she says, Georgia.
Georgia.
And then I'll say, where's Georgia at? And she'll point, and like she knows that she's in there, I guess. I haven't got her to say little sister yet, but like I don't know if she understands. I think she thinks that my stomach's name is Georgia.
like it's just so big it's got its own name.
Yeah.
Not that there's like an actual baby in there.
Yeah, she's just like, that's Georgia, like its own planet.
That's the state of Georgia.
She's like, yeah, my mommy has a Georgia too. Oh, so I don't know that she really fully gets it, but you know, she's not even 2 yet, so she's gonna get it sooner or later though. She's been seeing like we have the baby, like the bouncer out, and so she sees that and she's like, baby? She'll say baby. So she kind of gets it, but not fully. Okay, sorry I'm not talking when I do this because like I really got to concentrate to get it on there straight.
We understand.
And listen, don't be disappointed if your first one's a little bit crooked. Just don't beat yourself up. It's kind of hard to get them. The hot glue is the biggest issue. I think you could use ATG on this, but I feel like the hot glue is a little bit more permanent.
You can use ATG because my very, very, very first live that I ever hosted with MGL, I did an accordion Christmas tree.
Oh, yes.
Which was still, it's very, very similar to this, but I wanted it to have the honeycomb effect.
Yes.
So it was like part of it was taped together, part of it was not.
Yes, I love that project actually.
Yes. So you could use the ATG gun. But yeah, hot glue is going to be a little bit more permanent, I think.
Paper crafting and adhesives are like such a tricky thing. Like trying to figure out what's the best adhesive for this specific project. Like sometimes ATG is better, sometimes just two-way, like a zig pen will be better. I like hot glue for like sturdiness. I just feel like the hot glue really makes it really sturdy, I guess would be the best way. Okay, so I did 4 this way and attached them, and then I flipped it over, and now I'm taking the individual piece and attaching it to the left side, mainly because like sometimes you get gaps in this and it makes it really spaced out if you do all of them gluing to the right side, if that makes sense. So I'm just flipping it to try to space out the space distribution. I feel like I'm not explaining using my words correctly.
What'd you say?
I flipped instead of, hold on, let me glue this on. I
Okay.
can't talk.
Cheryl did ask, how do you store them without crushing them? These
Ornament boxes.
ornament boxes.
That's how I store my ornaments.
Or
I mean, really.
just if you make a bunch of paper ornaments, just have one box with just paper ornaments in it.
Yeah.
And they won't like crush each other.
Right, they'll just float. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what I was saying. Before, we had our little bundle on the right side, and I was gluing it to this side. So I was taking my individual piece and gluing it this way. I have now flipped this over, and I'm gluing it to this side now. Because sometimes if you're just a little bit off whenever you're gluing, it starts to get this weird gap in between them all. And so I found when I flipped it over that it kind of closes that gap in.
Okay.
if that makes sense. So I think the first time I explained that was not nearly as clear. So anyways, that's what I'm doing now. So just keep on trucking. We are making a beat. We're dropping the beat, people. Making an onion.
Dropping the beat.
We are dropping the Christmas beat up in here.
That's right. The pattern for the tree, if you're talking about like the accordion tree that we were just talking about, it should be on our website.
Yes. It's beautiful. You're coming up on your 2 years. This last year flew. Compared to the first year, like, I feel like we just had your 1 year
I know.
celebration.
I know.
It's cray-cray.
Cray-cray.
So they're all attached now, except for this last piece. So this is like the closing piece. So I'm just going to add some hot glue here. Okay. And then we're just going to close it. Ooh, okay. This is the best one I've done in terms of lining things up. So yay me for that. Okay, look how cute. Okay, love it. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't put our little jute twine on it, on the top here. I brought in some red twine, but I feel like that's not gonna match. So I'm gonna, well, I don't know if that's gonna pop out. Sorry, I'm looking for jute twine. Oh, we've got some of this. Okay, so you can use jute twine or like embroidery floss. Let me show you the different options. So this one, we use like a really skinny, not like a ribbon. This is kind of a rounded rope almost. And then a jute twine for this one. You can also use embroidery floss. You could use the stretchy, like elastic band would be good.
You could use fishing line. You could literally use whatever you have.
Yeah, so I am gonna use this little piece of string, and I should have attached this, but I got distracted because we were just chit-chatting. I should have attached this before my final straw, before my final attachment, if you will. So I'm just gonna take a small piece, okay? And what you need to do is sandwich it in between two of your pieces. Now, all of these are hot glued, so I'm just gonna very carefully open one of these sections. I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife. But normally, before you close this up, you would just add in a little string. It might let me.
Cindy asked, does Courtney ever do lives, or is she more behind the scenes? Courtney is a little bit more of a behind the scenes gal. She was just filming for something we do have coming up. But yeah, she likes to be more behind the scenes kind of girl.
Yes, she is, and she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I think that people don't even realize. Courtney,
yeah, exactly.
She's
she does
always
so much.
busy. Yeah,
always doing stuff. Always busy. Always working.
So I am just literally putting this in here, you all. This is not the way. The way would be before I close it up to put your little string in, okay? So if you go to do these, make sure you put your little string in first. I'm just kind of adding hot glue in here and then pushing this in. I'm gonna use this X-Acto knife to help me so I don't burn myself. Okay. Sorry, it's hard for me to do it and bend over like that.
Yeah, I understand. Lindsay said, is tomorrow's live a Christmas ornament also? No, tomorrow's live is a Christmas sweatshirt. Yes,
it's cute. We're layering HTV and puff.
Yep, printable HTV and puff.
Yes, printable, we should say. Okay, so I got my little string in there. Sorry, I can't bend over and like get it down in there. So now that we've got that, we're good. We're done on the ornament portion, but we need to add our glitter. So for the next section, you're gonna need a paintbrush, you're gonna need your Elmer's glue, and your glitter of choice. So what I'm gonna do is just pour a little. You do not need a lot of glue, okay? This comes out quick. Just a little dab will do ya. And then I've got my glitter. Let me make sure this has been opened. It hasn't. We've never used this color. I'm hoping it pops really good on our onion colored ornament. And
Is
then
it gonna
I
make it
have,
look even more like an onion? Like the dark insides of a purple onion?
oh, what? What
That-
color?
Aren't the, like when you cut into a purple onion, isn't the inside like you have your white layer and then like your like that color purple and then like a darker color? Yeah.
I didn't mean to make an onion ornament, everybody. It was totally unintentional. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a small paintbrush, and all you're gonna need to do is go right along the edges of your ornament. And lucky for us, Elmer's glue doesn't dry super fast, so you can kind of work your way down. You could do a little bit bigger of a brush for this if you wanted to, just to cover more space. This is the one that we have. And I'm just kind of like tapping it as I go down, okay? So you don't want to like go in and start brushing like that. You want to kind of tap it. So we're like laying it on kind of thick, but we also don't want it to drip down our ornament. So I'm just laying it on, and then we're gonna sprinkle the glitter on top of that. This is my favorite part of this process. It's so pretty and worth it because it does take a minute.
Is that brush too tiny?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's just taking a little bit longer, but it's really fine.
I can try to go find another one.
If you want to, you can.
Okay.
I won't be mad at you. Okay.
I'll be right back.
And then on this plate, I'm gonna sprinkle my glitter. Okay, we're using a lot of glitter. We're gonna save this in the end, okay? So don't fret. All right. Okay, there's our first one, and we're just gonna keep working our way down. It's already, I love that color with the purple. It looks so good.
I can't really find a happy medium.
You did?
I said
That one? Where'd you
one?
find that?
in the drawer.
Okay, y'all, this is the one. This brush right here, this is the Mac Daddy. I must have looked over it earlier because I was like, I know I had that earlier. So now I can really put this on a little bit better. You can see the small one was working, but this is just gonna really put it on there for us. And like I said, you wanna goop it on, but you don't wanna drip. We don't want it to be drippy. And it may not look like a lot of glitter at first, but with the combination of doing every single edge, it really pops. It'll look super good. Okay. And then go back to our glitter plate. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I told them, don't fret, we're not wasting this glitter.
Never.
I'm gonna save the glitter, I promise. I love it. I'm here for the onion. I'm here for it. I told you that I had Trey do dinner last night.
Oh yeah, he has 2 nights of dinner this week.
He's got 2 nights. Listen, I know that some of y'all out there understand. You don't want to be picking dinner every single night. So me and Trey were talking on Sunday, and I said, you're going to pick 2 dinners, and I'm going to pick 2 dinners this week. And so he got Monday and Wednesday. Well, he just went all out last night. He made stuffed poblano peppers. We had these it was like a Mexican Asian infused meal. So we had these like wonton tacos, and we had Mexican street corn. He did like sauteed peppers on the Blackstone. He went a little crazy. I mean,
if he keeps this up, he's gonna be picking dinner every night,
I know,
I'm coming over to join you guys.
I said, I wish you were this excited to make dinner all the time. And he was like, I know. I said, I really meant like, you don't have to cook dinner twice this week. I really meant like, if you want to have Zaxby's or Cookout.
It's just the decision fatigue
Yes,
that you want to avoid.
I'm like, I don't want to be the one picking dinner every single night. Like, I just don't want to do it. So anyways, I was really excited because our meal was delicious.
So what are you fixing tonight, or what are you picking?
Well, Tuesday nights, Ruby stays at my mother-in-law's and she cooks dinner for us. We're very lucky in that way. So she's making like chicken and corn. I'm having a baked potato night on Thursday. That's gonna be mine. Like, I'm probably gonna get some pulled pork. Either make pulled pork or get some from Circle S and do like loaded potato night. I feel like that's a good fun meal, right?
I love those.
Yeah, me too.
We used to make them at the restaurant I used to serve at in college.
Like loaded barbecue potatoes?
Which we were a barbecue restaurant, so we would,
Oh, okay. Where was it? In Johnson City?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a little family-owned place called Hokey Smokey.
I've heard of that.
Two brothers owned it. One is a Tennessee fan and one is a Virginia Tech fan. Or a Virginia fan.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's why it was Hokey Smokey.
What a clever name. Oh my gosh. I've heard of that place. Are they still open?
They had a place in Johnson City and Kingsport, but I think I don't think it's open anymore.
Oh.
I think Jeff, one of the brothers, may do a food truck, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, I love a food truck. I might actually have that as my Friday option.
A food truck?
Yeah, like go to do a food truck.
They've been doing a lot of food truck rallies around here recently.
I know. Morristown's stepping their game up.
Well, not just Morristown. Rogersville has too.
Oh, yeah. Rogersville really been stepping their game up. They really came a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just going to keep going. I've got 4 more. We're like halfway there. Does anyone have questions about this technique or anything? It's
Somebody
really
did
easy.
say, is there a way that you could so our first thought was to have glue on a plate and somehow take it and just kind of scrape it through the glue
Like when you rim a glass, like if you rim a margarita.
But the fact that these aren't all it would just you can't do that like you would rim a glass. It's not. We wish it was that simple.
Because it's so
If they were
wonky.
just circular, if it was just
Right.
a circle, then it would be super easy to do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not. But it makes it so pretty. And the reason I told you all I had this dusty brush. That is because after it dries, sometimes the glitter, you all can see there's glitter getting kind of nestled down in these crevices. You want to wait for it to completely dry, and then you can actually just dust off the excess glitter so you don't have so much glitter on the non-glittered surfaces, and it's really just on the edges. Bless you. Almost said birthday.
Birthday!
Bless you. Oh, it's funny. Ruby's thing right now is, happy birthday, happy birthday. She'll say, happy birthday to you. I'm like, it's not my birthday. I don't know where she heard that. Okay. I wish we knew, do we know how many spots did we fill up the spots and we just extended the sale till tomorrow?
I think that Tanner just decided to extend the sale until tomorrow just so everybody would have an opportunity.
Yeah. So one more day.
Also, that's not how I normally sneeze, y'all. Normally it's a lot louder than that. I was just trying to keep it under wraps.
Keep it under control. Are you a loud sneezer or not?
Well, the fact that I sneezed earlier and scared Courtney so much, she halfway jumped out of her chair.
Yes, she did.
Also, I don't understand why I have been so sneezy this summer.
All summer.
All summer. Not even spring or fall. It really worries me for the fall.
It might get better in the fall, Lauren.
I don't know.
Mine get better in the fall. Mine get bad spring into summer. I had to stand up, y'all. It's hurting my back. We're almost done. I've got 2 more things. 2 more edges. But my allergies get bad, going in, when you start going to the pool and stuff, where the pollen's been sitting on everything and everybody gets outside. Yeah. It's game over for me.
Game over.
Do you take allergy medicine?
No, but I probably should.
Probably, yeah. It's weird though, because you just started.
I know. It has never been this bad. Never in my life have my allergies or anything like
You
this
got like
ever
a
been
singular grain of pollen up your nostril while we were
Probably.
sitting here.
Yeah.
Y'all, I almost had exactly enough glue that I needed. Magic. I feel like we started talking about the Cricut venture and then we weren't talking about it. Are y'all buying it? Who's
So,
buying it?
first of all, has anybody bought it, planning on buying it, maybe waiting for a little bit, seeing what the reviews really are? We are going to be purchasing. We have not. I was in the process of purchasing this morning and then like somehow got kicked out and then got busy doing other things. But we plan on purchasing one today and hopefully having it in so that we can do like full reviews, tell you our exact thoughts. Obviously, we're not going to we are not going to get the cart right now because it is sold out on the Cricut website and it is not on HSN.
Unfortunately not.
So
we did see that it's cheaper on HSN than it is on Cricut. Right? It was cheaper on HSN than Cricut.
Yes. So the bundle on HSN was like $1,999, and then on Cricut the bundle was like $1,200, I think.
Okay.
Or $1,150.
Y'all, this is it. Our onion ornament. Now, once it dries, I can fix. You can see how I'm holding it this way because I want you all to see how the spacing is all kind of janky. We can go back and fix that once it's dried. But if you have one of these little ornament hangers, these are great to just kind of let it hang and dry.
Yes.
I'm going to actually, I try to hold it by like the non-glittered areas. I'm just going to let this sit here and dry. And then I could take, after it's completely dried, take your little feather duster and dust all the extra glitter off. And you're done. That's it.
So everybody is saying so far that our people with us that are here with us today are saying that the venture is like they're not to that point yet. Like it's just too big. They're not creating things commercially, which I tend to agree. I think it's more geared toward the commercial craft producer.
Like event planner, party planner.
Yes. Also, people are talking about the Glowforge Aura that is out today. Yes, we want it as well. You all know that we got the X tools. Yes. And it's like we were sitting in here and saw everybody's video, everybody's videos going out about the Glowforge Aura, like they got it, and we're like, we didn't get access to it early.
We're like the redheaded stepchild.
I know, literally. We're like, it kind of just made us feel like, oh, well, we want it.
We're like, all right, we'll be over here just watching everybody else craft with it.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
fine.
else is saying Glowforge. Like they would rather have the Glowforge rather than the venture.
I mean, if you're not using the Cricut for wide format cutting, which we're not hardly ever using it for that size. I mean, really, if I was going to get something, my next step would be a Glowforge rather than a larger machine. And I feel a little bit bad for the Cricut people because I don't know if they knew that the Glowforge was coming out.
I would personally, especially after we got the X tools and I got it and was playing around with it, I would love to get my hands on the Glowforge to compare it, which we have the larger Glowforge.
Yes, we have like the Mac Daddy Glowforge here.
But I would love to do a comparison for the tabletop.
Yes.
Like, is there that big of a difference? Like,
does it have a bigger wattage laser? Yeah, all of that.
Everybody's leaning more towards the Glowforge is what they're...
Well, if y'all get one, let us know.
Anne says, is there something that is laser and a die cut? Actually, the X tools that I did a review on a couple weeks ago is a laser and a die cut together.
Yeah.
Complete transparency. I wouldn't buy it for its die cutting abilities.
Yeah. If you've got a Cricut, like keep your Cricut.
Yeah.
And like use your laser for lasering.
But then
not for die cutting.
But now we're in the realm of most of our people have a Cricut.
Right.
So is the laser on the X tools or the laser on the Glowforge going to be better?
I don't know. Will we know? We need to get a Glowforge Aura.
Jeez.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. April says the Glowforge is a diode like the X tools.
Yes. It looks almost identical.
I know.
They must not have patented the...
I
know. So anyways, well, if you all watch today's video and you're like, okay, I'm ready, I want to be a member, we have links in the description for you all. Today and tomorrow only, this is our lowest price we ever offer. Grandfathered in, $75 off of our yearly membership. That is huge.
Insane in the membrane.
Yep.
Brings it down to $195 for the year. If you've not jumped on it, make sure you do that today.
Yes, and then we also have a monthly option if you're like, I really can't swing that, and you don't get paid today or tomorrow, but you get paid the next day, and you're like, I could do it, broken up. Sorry, not broken up. I could do it for a 50% off of our monthly.
Yes.
So we are offering the first month 50% off if you're like, I could swing that.
$9.99 for your first month, and
Pretty
then
good.
yeah, and then $27 after that.
Yeah. So, and then the sublimation course, we do have that at $70 off as well, and we are going to be adding to that course very soon. We've already started doing like small updates and working towards getting those on there.
Yeah.
If we update it later on down the road and you purchase it today, you get all of those updates. So anytime that we update it, you automatically get it. That's a one-time fee, and then it's yours forever. It's your course to own forever.
So Tanya said, so what I heard you saying earlier was if you buy the membership now, that's your rate for the next however many years to come. Yes, that is correct. And I also say that you're asking about if you bought yours and it's at the higher rate, make sure you email hi@makersgonnalearn.com. They will be able to help you and really assist you a lot more than we can here on the live. So email our customer service team. We have an amazing customer service team that was more than happy to help you. Sadie just dropped the email for you to email them and get that all squared away for you. We really want to take care of you guys, so make sure you email them and we will get you taken care of.
Sounds good. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with Puff Vinyl, layering printable HTV on Puff Vinyl. And then Thursday, Lauren is doing her sublimation thingy.
Yeah.
We're very excited about it.
Really excited.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all